And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at the second expansion for Chronicles of Crime. Chronicles of Crime, one of the most fun games I've ever played, now has a second expansion. The original Chronicles of Crime was modern, scenarios that were going to happen in London, trying to solve those. Then Noir took us back to the early 20th century, trying to figure out different crimes there. Redview is taking a page out of the Stranger Things. It takes us to the 80s, where each person who's playing is a teenager in high school, and you form the gang, Scooby-Doo style, trying to solve mysteries. Let's take a look at what comes in this expansion. In this scenario, each player is going to pick one of the kids who's involved in the gang. So you're going to pick one of these kids. Each of these kids is going to have spots for energy tokens, and then they have 3 different stats here. Each of these stats is going to have bonuses after it. The stats are for fitness, speech, and mind. You'll be using these to make tests over the course of the game. And this is Redview. A quaint town here with your typical things that you'll find all over the town. There's a video arcade and a school and a hotel, and you have a cast of characters who you might find in any small town. All sorts of various characters with secrets and all hidden things. Some are friendly, some are not. Some look friendly, some are nowhere close to friendly. You even have the different places that you can search, and you can see that as you search through these different places, you will be going through kind of a cartoon thing. So as you can see in this one spot here, as I'm looking around at the 4 and at the different things, you can see that it has like a cartoon vibe, like almost Archie, as I'm going around and looking at the walls and the different things. Over the course of the game, you might come across these buttons here. So these are different tests that you can take, and each of these tests is going to correspond to the traits. Red is always hard, so I'm going to try to sweet talk this person. I'm trying to tell someone something, so now I'm going to see if I succeed or fail. The roll is hard, so I'm going to subtract 1 from my die rolls. So let's say there's a 3-person game, and these are the 3 characters playing. Whenever you do a test, you're going to need to do 3 successes, 1 for each player. You're going to roll a die and add that stat. So this one's a talking stat. I'll roll this. 5 plus 2 is 7. A 5 or 6 is 1 success. A 7 or greater is 2 successes. So I have 2 successes. Richie rolls a 5 plus 1 is 6. That's 3 successes. I have enough. 2 plus 3 is 5. Victoria succeeded 2. Now, if you don't succeed, you can always spend an energy token to roll an extra die to try to get another success. I don't know why Richie would do that, since his talking skill is so bad. Once you do this, you will then type success or failure in here, and then something will happen or not happen based on what goes on the app. In these particular cases, this is your tree house that you'll stay in. When you go back there, you can solve the case, you can try to get some hints, or you can go to bed. Because you're a kid, you're usually going to have a curfew, and you'll have to go to bed, and something may happen to you as time goes by, and events might happen from day to day. Also, each night, all the energy bars that you have will regenerate, and you'll be able to use them the next day. So like the first expansion, these cards are going to fit right here. This is the main box of the game, so you don't need to keep the expansion box, and everything is marked with these baseball caps. I like the artwork in this situation, this setup a lot. It has that vibe. It's obviously going to be geared about the Stranger Things, but I just like how everything looks. It comes with some dice. The dice are good quality, and it comes with 4 scenarios in the app that you can pick to play between. So you can see here the monsters of Redview, and there's 4 things, and you'll notice there's a parental advisor here, that there's drug references in this particular one. And this Welcome to Redview here, it's all included in the main app. As you can see, this is a very different expansion than the other ones that have existed so far. So in the original game, you have your forensic scientist and all that stuff. And then in Noir, you have actions you can take. In this one, you don't have any of that. You have characters, and you're making stat checks by rolling the dice. And then you're going to tell the app whether you've succeeded or failed on these. There's a lot of these stat checks over the course of the game. I have yet to replay any of the scenarios, so I don't know like if you succeed or fail on these and then you go back, if different things will happen and how strongly your failures reflect on you or not. But it is a very different feel. This definitely is Stranger Things, Scooby-Doo, definitely has that small town Archie and Friends vibe to it, at the same time with some mystical stuff in the background. I'm trying not to spoil too much of the game for you, but it's like that. There's a monster in the forest is it a guy with a mask? Is it not? What is it? Is it the abominable snowman? What's going on? That's the type of things that are going on here. And also the 4 scenarios that I played are all linked when you run across characters, and unlike the original Chronicles of Crime where someone might be a detective in one case and a murder suspect in the next, here they are the same characters throughout the stories, and if you meet that cranky guy in one scenario, he's probably still annoyed at you in the next one. So where do I put this one? Well, so far, it's my least favorite of the scenarios. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I don't like it. I do enjoy it. It's very interesting. It has it's actually kind of funny because it's a teenage vibe, and I was like, whoa, maybe this one for my kids. The very first place we go to is a bar. I was like, well, okay, maybe not. And I don't know that I would play this with young children at all, but with teenagers it's fine, since you are playing teenagers. I don't know what maybe I was expecting, but there's some stuff going on in this. This is like, it could be even spooky at points. But so running around and doing these tests, that's okay. That rolling the dice, it just feels like a different game, and I really miss having the forensic scientist or the actions in noir. So that would only be my only reason that it would be my lowest expansion, is because I like the other ones that much. They're that fantastic. I will say that this shows that Chronicles of Crime is a very versatile system. The fact that it has 3 different things now, the regular game noir and the Redview, and they all feel very different. Again, this being my lowest, still is very, very high, and I still played. I played through this one. I really liked all of them. I can't wait to see more scenarios and stuff, and I really like the Redview universe. I kind of like having that sheriff and the principal who is so mean no one in town likes her, and even adults still shake in fear from her from when they were in school under the principal. Stuff like that is entertaining. And then, is it a monster or is it not a monster? That kind of stuff in the background. And then you have your hideout, and then it's past 10 o'clock and you could stay up, but your parents might catch you because you're out past your curfew. That kind of theming is really fun. So while the mechanisms here, the tests, are okay. I don't dislike them. It's interesting. I just find them okay. The story and stuff, I really like that. I really like that whole, in the mask, is it so-and-so? That's kind of cool. And the fact that adults are like, oh, here are these meddling teens again, but you know what? We need your help a little bit. Go find this missing thing or whatever. So it works really well. It's another good bastion for this phenomenal game. That's Welcome to Redview, Chronicles of Crime. Dice Tower Judgment approved.